So there were lots of events that were held during the amount of time that I was interning at the center, Family Caregiver Center. But two events in particular really stood out to me. Um, the Resilience Lunch and Learn, and then the Volunteer Recognition Ceremony. So the Hope Luncheon really was a thing that did something to my heart. Because even as a college student, I know that you can get burnt out from all the responsibilities that you have trying to juggle remaining a sane person while doing work and papers and clubs and wanting a social life and, you know, the me time that people like and friends and family and work. And juggling all of that stuff can be extremely frustrating and exhausting. So I was very familiar with burnout and being exhausted. But this luncheon was kind of that, but for people that were caregivers and were taking care of a loved one with either Alzheimer's or dementia. And this lunch and learn kind of talked about resilience and being able to kind of weather the storm and staying strong. And it was kind of like a coming together of letting people know that there was a community for them, letting them know that there were resources that they had access to if they so chose to partake in those support and community and fellowship with one another. And the event was kind of to let you know that you weren't alone and that any way that you felt was not wrong and that you were valid in however you felt, and kind of just a way to talk it out. Because being a caregiver can be frustrating, especially when you're usually working with an older adult that kind of, the disease kind of turns them back into a child, and it's kind of frustrating. And it can be frustrating, especially since people are usually caring for like a parent or a spouse or one of those usually. And it can become an exhausting task with understanding who the person was prior, their mental disease, and the aftermath of what the disease has made that person kind of become. And it can be very frustrating, and that's something that I kind of heard that the people kind of talked about. It was frustrating, and you love your family member, but it can get hard. And that lunch and learn was kind of to give people different tips on how to remain resilient, and just to kind of, just really to know that they had support, and that how they felt with dealing with being a caregiver was something that they were not alone in. And I think that was beautiful, and it was very important, and you can tell that it was very needed for people to have that space to kind of express what it is that they were feeling being a caregiver.